Well, morning zombies. How we doing? It's like a couple of minutes away from 1 o'clock in the morning. It is Thursday. Eh, it's still August. It's the 18th of 2022. There's a zombie out here in Roseman, California, both sleep deprived and emotionally screwed up. Another day. And also dealing with the heat. Uh, right now, I got the air conditioner blasting like crazy. I got all the power being used right now. And I'm going to be chewing on the damn bill next month. It's going to be even worse than now. But just for right now, I deal with what I've got. I've had a lot of people try to friend me. I hear all these damn come ons. Actually, I read all these damn come ons over there. I'm not easy to friend when it comes down for online stuff because I am very paranoid and very careful of who my friends are and who my not are. I will approach if I have to, only if I know you long enough. But every time I keep seeing some of these people coming online, oh, you sound interesting. We ought to be friends at this point over here. I hate to say it, pal, but maybe a long time ago, I would have been naive about the damn shit. These days, I'm more paranoid about it because I know how much of a scam I keep running into left and right. Some people take offense to that. I don't give a shit. I've already been backstabbed a couple of times already. I'm not dealing with it again. I've told the story too many times in the old videos I've got. And I don't take the chance. I'll probably die alone, but that's about it. But at least it may have been not worthwhile for me doing these things. But trust is hard to come by these days. Especially when I keep seeing people doing the false flags left and right and trying to convince me that they are worthwhile people. And half the time I keep looking at them and thinking, no, you're not. You have to understand, sometimes when you're growing up, you're trying to be trusting enough and you have too many people backstabbing you left and right. You grow too much of a thick back at this point and you're watching your six all the time, being paranoid about things. If I felt comfortable enough among people, among peers, I could drop the guard down and relax and then watch myself get backstabbed all over again. And I stay the hell away from people. It's hard for me to trust people. It's not what they can do for me or what I can do for them. It's how I'm feeling at the moment of whether or not, if the situation calls for me to be completely paranoid and stay the hell away from them, or am I in a comfort zone that I can actually honestly drop a little bit of a guard down to maybe accept somebody in a close circle. It's hard to do that. Yeah, I miss having family and support. I mean, to me, that's the most important thing in my life. And if I know the person long enough, I can actually drop a lot of guards and feel it that I'm all right, that I'm not going to get backstabbed. But I still have to watch my six because I've been through it once before and I got backstabbed and I don't like it. They say trust. Well, trust is a two-way street. And I haven't asked much of any from other people. Unless, of course, I feel like it would be time for me to do so. Asking for help is generally when I can't deal with a situation far beyond me. So I need the help. But if I feel like I'm going to be able to do something about it, fine, I'll do it. What pisses me off is when I've got so many people saying, trust me, I'll be your friend. No. Friends take time to develop. Acquaintances are one thing. Do I have true friends? I've got acquaintances left and right. Almost to friendship, to a pure friendship. But sometimes I'm not sure. And I have to be cagey and careful about it. Some people probably think I'm using it. Well, how if I don't constantly ask for things or ask for anything from them? It's hard to have relationships. It's hard to develop relationships, and I know when I'm feeling vulnerable enough that I'm talking to people left and right, and I look at the responses back from some people, at least where I usually on anyway on Facebook. I see them. I see them there. And I see the I'll be your friend. Just friend me. Just PM me. I'm like, no. No, I don't know you, and I'm not going to. You just can't do it in nilly-willy like everyone else does. No, sorry. Which probably makes me the most impotent man on the internet, or at least on Facebook, or at least on YouTube, when it comes down from my channel there. I didn't ask for a lot of followers. I didn't ask for a lot of likes. But mainly I'm telling the tale of what I go through. That's all it is. I mean, if I'm going through the grieving process more and more, I need to talk about it to get it off my chest. Of course, I could have made it private like that and no one else would know. And as hard as it is trying to make a life public like that, it's sometimes necessary to keep some things private. But others, sometimes I feel like I got a moral obligation and a moral duty to do this. Nobody asked me to do it. Nobody put a gun to my head on this one. I did this channel originally just to talk about myself and talk about my feelings and get it out there. And maybe one day, if I'm going to be in a situation where I'm not going to be able to communicate effectively to anybody, or just not be here at all, if people wonder what the hell is going on, at least there's a breadcrumb trail of sorts, emotional and physical, somewhat. So I can let people know what's going on. Because how many times have I heard it so many times throughout my lifetime in different forms and formats that people complained about their lives and they want to kill themselves and they're going to do that. And you have the survivors and the people around them wondering, why? Why? Why did they do it? And there's no answer to it. Because they can't find it, or otherwise it was staring in front of them all the time and they were not able to deal with it or understand it. Or maybe it was in a format they didn't figure it out in time. Sometimes when you see a person that's kind of calm at this point, you think, okay, maybe they got their shit together. And how many times do we know that the person could just change? They change for the worst. something triggers inside of them. An external force, maybe an internal something. Whatever it is, they stepped on a piece of hot Lego or something like that, burned the living crap out of their fit. And now they're jumping around, hopping and screaming and yelling their heads off, saying, that's it, I gotta take this last step here. And hell with everybody else. Something had to have triggered it. Now, it's one thing trying to figure assholes out when they're trying to go over to places to make their mark. Literally by trying to make a body count. I'm not talking about that situation, though. That kind of suicide? No, 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 no. I'm talking about the desperation at this point over here where a person is actually contemplating a lot of things in his life and wondering if this is the only option the person's got. I said it many times before, I'm not a guru. And I'm not expert in any damn thing. I ain't got an academia letter at this point over here. Right now I'm taking a semester off because I'm trying to take care of me at this point. In about a few weeks I'll be dealing with an establishment that I have dealt with all my life, and I don't like dealing with them in the first place. And not to mention the mental health section over there. It seems to be giving me a little bit of a run around here. You know, you used to go into a shrink's office and talk to them about your problems, but now these days, with all the restrictions we've had placed upon us, it's no wonder that sometimes you have to be screened or pre-screened before you get to talk to a live person. Gone are the days when we can actually go into a shrink's office with an appointment and identify as a new patient and work from there. No, you got to be pre-screened these days. You got to make sure that it's not exactly the COVID nightmare. It's whatever kind of mental health nightmares you're going to be bringing into the damn situation. Can they help you out? Can they not help you out? What is it about your particular problem that you've got a problem with? Okay, my problem is you. The establishment, the representative of the establishment, the letters that tells us that you have a medical doctorate, caduceus, a certificate of honor, of telling us that you have gone through classes, but how long of experience and how much of experience do you have in a situation that I'm presenting here that you might be able, I said might, be able to help me out with this. I see other doctors or so-called doctors out there who've lettered and what are going for the psychological services over there, and then giving out their advice. Sometimes the advice is good, and the other time I'm like, have you been reading your sci-fi novels again? Because it sounds like something you're just throwing out there, because that's not reality. That's not my reality. That's not my reality I'm dealing with right now as it is. So now I got to deal with it. I have to deal with that kind of reality all the time. You know what gets to me? When I choose not to do a phone call but a video call, and when the provider also chooses to do that kind of option instead of bringing me into the office because of convenience. I have been talking to shrinks in an office setting. I'll sit in a chair. They'll sit in their office swivel chair. I'm sitting in a solid chair that doesn't swivel around, but it's got armrests. And I can talk to the provider, and the provider will just be able to lean over the desk sometimes and just. And I'm like, why the hell am I here in the first place? Why am I coming here in the first place? I came here because I had an appointment and I need to talk my shit over to a sermon. So now we got to do the Zoom calls because of the COVID nightmare has basically taught us how to do Zoom calls. So we get the link, we talk to them on a secured sat phone or something, and we get to see them on a computer screen. But we get to sit in our natural environment over here, and we're supposed to be feeling natural about it. I can't tell you right now, but I'm already feeling it, that the blood pressure is going up. The nerves, the anxiety, the tension, they're not even happening right now. I'm not even having the appointment right now. I'm going to be having the appointment this Saturday on a screen. Not live, but on a screen. And maybe that's part of the reason why I'm getting the nerves and the heebie-jeebies, because it's getting close to a time where I have to take care of myself and spill my guts to an object on a screen. Not to a person that I can actually look at and take a quick gander at them. Are they a threat? Are they not a threat? Are they helpful? Are they not helpful? What's their body language telling me at this point over here? What's the subliminal stuff I'm seeing or not seeing at this point over here? Coming close or coming to an establishment or even a medical professional, I know I have raised up blood pressures like crazy because I'm dealing with a quote unquote MD of sorts, or a doctor of behavioral health, or a behavioral therapist, or maybe just a screener at this time, trying to understand why I'm calling in the first place or reaching out for help. Or reaching out for help because I can't stand dealing with this shit all the damn time. It's interfering with me. And the one thing I can't deal with right now is how it makes me feel dealing with establishments that had taught me a long time ago through the old ways that they learned through their crafts through, and how to do people person, you know, their people skills suck. That I have to conform and comply in a certain way, and I have the combative nature popping up, which means the blood pressure goes skyrocketing. The fear level goes skyrocketing. I don't know what to expect from them. Therefore, I'm going into a panic mode. And I can't talk to a shrink by email. Of course, I could. I had a doctor's email. I'll probably send him the information preliminary at this point. Hell, I probably send them the video link of this to them to tell them, look, a lifetime I've had with doctors. Not too much with shrinks. And I'm uncomfortable as hell talking about it to them. But I have to put it on here. Because I have to get past that damn comfort level and that damn fear level to try to get that bridge built. Do I want to stay in the way I am right now? No. Did I ask for it? No. But life happens and I have to deal with it. I have to cope with it. I have to survive it. And when it gets worse to a point where every single day I'm crying my eyeballs out, I'm missing my family left and right, getting triggered left and right, and it's interfering with a lot of things that should have been taken care of over here, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. That I'm taking that the depression and the feelings of grief, of anxiety, the PTSD flare like crazy, and sometimes the anger comes out. That I don't get it. Something's eluding me. No matter how many times I keep trying to talk about it in an audio recording, or at least in a video recording, trying to figure out what the hell's going on inside of here and in here. I don't get it. I don't. So maybe there's another tack that I need to learn or develop to find out what's going on. Maybe it's something I have to accept or not accept. Maybe it's something I know they have to let go. And I know my self-defense is getting involved in this situation right here, right now. Because hearing it, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's like the walls are building up higher and higher and higher and higher. The walls are getting thicker and thicker. It's like, no, 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 you're not doing this shit to me. And it feels like my cage is getting smaller and smaller. And I know the questions are why? We want to know why you like this. And I generally hear the answer saying, well, I don't know, but I'm like this. My self-defense is up because it doesn't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. And if I have to deal with it, I'm not going to like dealing with it. But the thing of it is, I think my self-conscious, or my id or ego, whatever the hell they would call him, is getting so used to the pain and the trauma left and right. It becomes a way of life. It becomes an established point of reality. That dealing with that reality itself is the only thing that matters to me. So you have to throw the question back in my face. Does it? Does it really matter to me? I can do log reports of me cursing and cussing at myself, or just in general nature, or just talk about it as I'm trying to talk to another human being without the cursing and cussing as much. Does it help me to curse and cuss? Yeah, sometimes. If I'm going to be doing something like one of my regular logs. So if I happen to treat this one as a regular log, I hope nobody else in the future is going to be pissed off at me because I've been turned into a fucking foul-mouthed son of a bitch at this point. Only because I'm trying to figure out the shit going on in my head. And I have to be nice about it to a point. And then after that, fuck it. It's open season right now. So, I see the doctor, I see the shrink, and I go into war mode at this point over here because I've had shrinks, one particular behavioral therapist actually, and a lot of doctors kept treating me like I'm just, what, we don't know what the hell to do with you. As a kid, I had to be brave. I had to be brave. I had to be brave. I had to endure everything else because that's how a kid's supposed to do. He's supposed to endure everything. He's supposed to be toughening up. He's got to be toughened up. He's got to go through this trauma all the damn time. He's got to be toughened up because the world's out there is going to be coming after you, and you got to be tough, 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 tough. You got to be Superman. You got to be Superboy. You got to be a superhero. You got. I can't tell you how many times it fucking drives me crazy at this point over here. And how many times am I going to be talking to a shrink or a doctor and telling him, look, your lab coat right now reminds me of an enemy that I hate the most in my life. The ones trying to save my life are trying to bullshit me and brainwash me into something else, and then they cause the pain. The doctor was supposed to be not causing any pain to the patient. An Hippocratic oath somehow they're supposed to be taken. And yet, it happens all the damn time. We're sorry, but we're going to have to rip these damn staples out of your chest without anesthesia. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to endure a lot of surgical procedures, aren't you? Oh, basically count. So you can focus on the counting instead of the pain of the needle going through your damn fucking arm. Or how about the embarrassment of a mother pissed off at you because you don't like to deal with the shit all the damn time? She don't want to hear you damn whining about the damn shit. But she really doesn't care whether or not you're dealing with it or not. I'm dealing with an old country crock who doesn't want to deal with whiny kids. You get to turn into an adult, and then you get to deal with doctors half the time, and when you lose the insurance, that's it. You don't have anything else, so you just struggle with what you got. The last time I actually had a doctor look at me, A long time ago. When was that? Before or after I got the damn tire fall on my face, or was it before that? I don't know. But I had a workers' comp doctor, or actually an urgent care doctor at the same facility I'm going to. Just get a couple of Tylenol, you'll be fine. You just have a little bit of a bleeder, not much. Fine, I damn near got killed by a damn tire falling on my face, but I'm fine, okay? I'm like Superman here, I'm tough. Didn't matter what kind of damage it might put to me in my back or anything else. Oh, I'm an orthopedist over here. I've been at practice for so many years. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. But if you happen to convince yourself that you're not fine, well, then you're not fine. But I think you're fine. You just get exercise, exercise, exercise. Strengthen those muscles over there. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It doesn't matter if you're going to be fit. It doesn't matter what the hell's going on inside of here. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I can't find physically anything wrong with you. Great. So if I happen to kill myself in a doctor's office at this point over here, or try to commit suicide, what does that tell you? Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Orthopedist from hell, from Beverly Hills. And the bastard couldn't even find out whether or not I'm physically fine or not. Oh yeah, physically I'd be fine if I kept working in the exercise situation over here. But it doesn't matter how screwed up the damn brains are at this point over here. I damn near died in a damn tire drop. I had a supervisor at Walmart that worked at my last job. And I'm helping out a customer, and my supervisor decides to help out by dropping tires, trying to get them down to the floor to help a customer out. And didn't even remember he's dropping them, and one of them drops in my face. And all hell breaks loose. No ambulance called, bleeding all over the damn place, trying to get paperwork taken care of, both to cover their ass. But screw my ass. Finally, a supervisor takes me over to urgent care. Probably the bleeding starts clotting during that time, and oh, he's fine. Just get him over here to occupational. I'm like, thanks a fucking lot, you asshole motherfucker. So I really had submitted ideas about doctors during that time. In the time when I needed help concerning about my mother's death back in 2015, well after I got out of the hell zone there. I had doctors trying to treat me for my back and my neck and other medical things I was going through. What happens to me? Shit. I had a doctor said I didn't have PTSD. All this shit I've been through all my life concerning about medical white lab coats, and they called it white lab coat syndrome. I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. I damn near died a few times in my life, and that's not PTSD for you? As a young kid, and the doctors are supposed to tell me to toughen it up. I'm dealing with a grieving situation concerning about the loss of my mother, and I'm supposed to tough it up. I don't have PTSD. I don't have a valid PTSD. Man, I had to yell and I had to go on this doctor's ass on this one. And then there was a behavioral therapist that I was assigned to. She finally agreed that I had PTSD. It's like they don't even want to know that you actually had these damn things happen to you and that you're broken. No, 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 no. With physical therapy, you're not going to be broken. I'm broken. As it was for a long while. David passes away, my big brother, in 2018. Two people mattered in my life. And I had to deal with both a broken spirit, a broken mind, and a body that just can't do it anymore. I thought maybe I'd get past the damn grieving. And then this year it got worse. This year it got worse. It took me out. Either I was going to let the son of a bitch take me out royally at this point over here, and maybe contemplate killing myself and just say fuck everything. I mean, I've been trying to bust my ass left and right to do a college thing that I screwed up on a long time ago. Most of it was for Ma, but some of it was for me. And I know I wasn't ready for college back then. Right after high school, I wasn't mature enough for the damn shit. No context, no perspective. I wasn't ready for damn college, but my mother wanted me to go through the damn shit. She figures just like regular school, and it ain't. It's a higher level of education at this point over here, but you had to be mature enough for the damn thing. I wasn't. And quite frankly, I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. But I stayed at home. I stayed at home. And I worked my fucking busted my ass off like crazy. Job here, job there, job here, job there throughout 30 fucking years. Maybe go to a couple of occupational schools to get some additional training in work, you know, work practices. It helped. It did. It did. But now, some 70 years since I've been in college, busting my ass. Most of the time it was 2 classes, but then I dropped it down to 1 because of the damn shit happening in my head. All the damn, all the damn pain, all the damn grieving, all the damn depression coming in. Thinking about a lot of people and animals. Not to mention seeing other people react on how they deal with their own kin. And knowing that trigger, a trigger word, will set me off eventually. I may cry a few minutes from now, or I may cry in the morning, which will leave me depressed as hell. But here I am. Here I fucking am. So how do you tell that to a doctor? How do you tell all that damn bloody story to a doctor that you don't even know or trust? But I have to do that. I have to be open and honest about the damn thing. I know not completely open and honest because I need to keep myself isolated. I need to tell them that, look, this is hard enough for me to go through as it is. And I gotta talk about it to people. But you know, this shit's happening right now. What do you want me to do about it? What do you suggest? What would make me happy? Well, to tell you the truth, I honestly, God, I don't know what happiness is anymore. I thought I did. I'm supposed to pursue my happiness. You're supposed to be pursuing things that actually matter a damn thing to you. But when I lost my family, doesn't matter what kind of junk I can collect at this point over here, there's still junk. I mean, the shirts may or may not fit as well, with different designs or different things wearing left and right. Or how much Christmas ornaments and decorations and stuff I can get. Let alone the damn hats. Or let alone how many pins. Let alone what the kind of the physical items. Doesn't matter. You get all the damn crap you want. It doesn't matter. There's a saying somewhere in there. What happens if you gain the world but lose your soul? I lost my soul when I lost my family. And the world is not enough. The world will never be enough. Because the pain is too great. And so is the grieving. So is the depression. I know there's no pill cure out there that's going to settle me down a bit. Because once that process starts again and again and again, what they're trying to do is beat back the pain, isolate it, and shove it right back into boxes again. And that way a person's supposed to be healed or coming up to that point where they are okay. The problem is I'm not okay. I'm not okay with any of it. Talking with another person seems to be the only way to I get the shit out, because I know it's coming out like a damn volcano and I can spew this shit out and just then after that I can feel tired, wasted, the energy spent for that moment after barfing all that damn shit out. Not exactly what we're talking about fluid barf, but we're talking about emotional. We're talking about using words, and we're talking about the feelings coming out with a primeval scream or something like that. But the pain and all just, and it's coming out, and it's coming out, and you're like, Some people like to rage. Some people like to rage. I have never been a rager. I've always kept it inside. I've always kept it inside of me. I've never been able to be that communicative about shit going on in my life. Until I had to be. Until doing all these damn audio recordings and the videos. Because it's important for me to get this shit off my chest. It's important for me to talk about this damn shit. It's important for me to talk, period. As long as I got breath going on, I'm able to articulate something. I have to get it off my damn chest. I have to. For me, it's an imperative that I communicate this again and again and again and again and again. It's like going over to an AA hall and telling your story every single fucking meeting. Because there might be a newcomer in there, so you got to keep telling what's going on. You got to keep telling them. Blah, 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 blah. And of course, the other people are like, "Well, you shut the fuck up and let someone else share." Why, there's another newcomer in here that might need my story. Are you doing it for your ego, or are you doing it for them? I'm doing it for me. Fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry. Unfuck you. Because I'm doing it for my own damn sobriety, not yours. Shit, I had to learn in 12-step halls. Yeah, I am tired. I am tired. Yeah, I need to get back to bed and sleep the shit off, maybe for about an hour or two before I get up and feel like a miserable son of a bitch. It's almost 2. And I need to get up. Is it 2? No, it's only 1:37 in the morning. Fuck. Now, some days I just have to get up and just talk about this damn shit. You know, there's so much of this shit. And I know it sounds repetitive, doesn't it? All the fucking time. How are you supposed to be telling with people about that damn shit? It's always fucking repetitive. It's always. You beat yourself like a damn broken record. Or worse. Parrot. Anyway. I guess that's all I'm going to be barfing up here. I'll load this thing up a little bit later today and sort out the rest of the shit, and then we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, sleep, you zombies, sleep.